Hi, and welcome to the Savings Target Calculator training video. I'd like to start by asking you a question. Are you saving for something in particular? A car, a holiday, or house deposit perhaps? Do you know how much you'll have at the end, or are you just needing some motivation to start saving? Well, if you answered yes to any of these questions, then this short training video is definitely for you. Within this training video, I'm going to explain a simple yet effective calculator that will help you work out how much you receive by a certain time frame after contributing money into it. So this calculator is for you to download and use in Excel so that you can use it over and over again. Save your examples and refer back to them at any time. For example, it might be when the interest rate changes, or if you decide that you want to buy something sooner than first planned, or you're given some money towards your savings goal. Now, it's all based on what Albert Einstein described as the eighth wonder of the world, which is compound interest. And this arises when interest is added to the principal, so that from that moment on, the interest that has been added also earns interest itself. So this addition of interest to the principal is actually called compounding. Let's take a quick look at an example. Let's assume that you had a bank account with $1,000 in it. Now this is the initial principal, and this account earned 20% interest per year. So after the first year, the balance of this account would be $1,200. After the second year, it would be $1,440, and so on. So to summarize, compound interest can simply be defined as interest upon interest upon interest, etc. And we cover this topic in more detail in our Wake Up Your Money training series, which is held within the Money Smarts Academy. So if you haven't already completed this, then we highly recommend doing so as soon as possible. Okay, so let's have a look at the savings target calculator. You'll notice up the top there are 4 rows, which is where you're required to input some details. And the 3 rows below, so the required yearly savings, monthly savings, and weekly savings, will have a formula already calculated based on what you actually put in. So do not touch the formulas within these three rows. So let's have a look. Savings target. How much are you wanting to save? What's your amount? So you'd put that amount there. What are you expecting to earn, or how much interest are you expecting to earn on that account that you're going to put it into? How much have you actually saved so far? And how long are you expecting to save until you reach this amount? So let's have a quick look at an example. I'd like you to meet Grace. Now, she's 16 years old and she'd like to buy an iPod Touch in 12 months' time. Now, after doing her homework, she understands they cost about $260, and she currently has $34 in her Next Goals account, and that's earning an interest rate of 5.5%. So looking at our calculator, let's go and put these details in. So she wants to save for an iPod that's going to cost her $260, so we'll put that in there. And this is going to be in a bank account which is earning 5.5% interest. Now she currently has $34 saved, and she wants to save this over 12 months. So here you can see that we then have already got some figures based on those details of how much we need to save in a year, and then we've broken that down into monthly and weekly. So here you'll see that she needs to save $212.45 for the year, $18.12 for the month, or if she's going to save weekly, $4.19. Let's look at another example. Grace is planning to go on a holiday with her friends to Fiji when they're 18 and they've finished high school. So they estimate that the total cost of the trip for 1 week will cost them about $5,000. So she can start saving now. Grace wants to know how much each month she will have to deposit into Next Goals account, which is currently earning an interest rate of 5%, and she has $350 in this account already. So let's go and have a look at these figures in the calculator. So in this case, Grace's savings target is $5,000 at 5%. She said she has $350 already, and this is going to be over a 2-year period. So again, you'll see here that she needs to save $2,143.61 a year, or $182.41 a month, or $42.16 a week. So let's look at another example. Let's say that Grace has her driver's license. She wants to save for a new car in 5 years' time. Now, this car is going to cost her $18,000, and she has no money already saved for this car at the moment, but the account that she's going to start putting the money into will earn her 6.75% interest. So let's go ahead and put these details in. So, $18,000 is the cost of the car. It's at 6.75% interest. She's got no savings, and this is going to take 5 years for her to save. So as you can see, every year she needs to put away just under $3,000, or $251 a month, or $58.17 a week. In summing up, let's revisit the concept of compound interest, and let's have a look at Grace's situation with saving for her car. Now, as you can see, without the use of compound interest, Grace is required to save $3,600 a year compared to $2,946.78. So that's a difference of approximately $650 a year, $48 a month, or $11 a week. Essentially, what's happening here is that your money is working for you and making you more money. And this means that you don't have to save as much, or you could get the item that you're saving for a lot quicker. And we'll look into this further using lots of examples in our Savings Maximizer calculator. But for now, that concludes this savings target training video. Now it's your turn. Underneath this video, you'll see the savings target calculator, and feel free to download it to your computer and enter in your own details. This is Nicole Clamo wishing you and your family health, wealth, and happiness.